Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. In today's video, I thought we would just play around with some new makeup that I've picked up over the last month or so. I've picked these up just, sort of meandering around Ulta. Picked them up during the Ulta sale that I think is going to be coming to an end soon. And so it's just various products that I've picked up, and I thought we would do a chatty get ready with me and just catch up and just play around with these products. Let's go ahead and try another product. I actually bought this during the last Sephora sale. That was about 4 months ago. This is her Magic Vanish Under Eye and Face Cheat for intense contour and correction. So I already have this product in the shade 2 medium, which is like it's really peachy, and you can see I'm hitting pan because I use it quite a bit. But I thought that the peachy might have been a little bit dark for me. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna use it up. So I went for the lightest shade, which is the Fair, One Fair. I think that's 2 medium. And so it's in the really nice Charlotte Tilbury packaging. You don't need this is the only size they come in. And it's a cream, so it's still peach. So it's still got the peachiness, but it's not the medium is a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on those, on my hyperpigmentation and cover up a little bit of the redness that I got going on. I also, and I didn't do this today, but there's a little trick that I learned that if your eyes are slightly downturned, you can actually use a corrector like this and just put it on the side, and it takes the look of being downturned and, makes it more lifted. So I do like to try that. I try to do that as much as I can. I didn't remember to do it this time, but that's another way that I use this product. So I'm going to put a little bit on my nose because I have some redness on my nose. And it could be because I'm using those Glow Recipe products, and it's only because my skin just, whenever I try something new, it just freaks out. Okay. So another new product that I'm going to show you guys, and I've already taken it out of the box because I've tried it myself already, is the Laura Geller Quench and Tint. This is a hydrating foundation. So just going to take a sip here. From talking, my mouth is getting dry. So this is what Laura says this is good for, is if you just want a wash of color on your face, or, it's very hydrating, and you just want a no makeup sort of look. You can wear this alone. You can wear it under makeup. I've worn it alone. It doesn't give a lot of coverage. So the way I'm going to wear it today is I'm going to put this on, then I'm going to put, it's going to go under what I'm going to layer it, if you will. So, but I haven't, reviewed this for you yet, and I wanted to, do that today. So, let me go ahead on my hands here. Now, Laura is always doing really good sales on her own website, but when I wanted to purchase this one to review it for you guys and to give it a try, it was it wasn't that it wasn't a good deal on her site, but QVC was doing a BOGO on it, and they were nearly sold out. I said, let me go see what QVC is doing, and they didn't have many left, but you were getting 2 for the price of 1. So that was better than getting like 40%, you know, I think it was like, I think she was only doing 30% off on her site. Whatever it was, the QVC deal was better. And so I wound up ordering it off QVC. So you can see a little bit. But again, I also spot treated those with the Charlotte Tilbury corrector. So yeah, and if I didn't do that, it would be coming through more, because when I tested it off camera myself, because I wanted to see what the coverage was, I could see it. I was like, yeah, this is definitely this coverage is definitely light. So, okay. So what I thought we would do is layer it with this is her powder, but you can also wear it, like you could put this on wet, and this is her full coverage. Let me get you the name of this. This is her Double Take Baked Versatile Powder Foundation. So it comes with this little sponge, and there's like a mirror underneath, and then the product is on top. But before we got started, I wet my beauty blender, and I'm actually going to, I did a dedicated video on this. If you want to go into my foundation playlist, I actually dedicated a video to this foundation. But I haven't worn it in a while, and I thought, you know what? Like, I was thinking, what do I want to layer this under? And I thought, well, let me layer it under the powder foundation and see how it does. Now, this is a full coverage powder foundation. She has other powder foundations. I actually did her other, she has another powder foundation that I think is like her best-selling one, and I have a dedicated review on that one too. That's also in my foundation playlist. So, like I said, I just took a beauty blender sponge, and I wet it, and then I squeezed it out so it's damp. And then I just had this ready, and that's how I use this. I don't like to put that much powder on my face, which is why I like wearing it. I like using a wet sponge to put it on, because I live in a desert and my skin is normal combo dry. So I'm just too afraid that it's going to look too cakey or whatever. So, but I have to say that I think the combination of the Quench and Tint, which is very hydrating, under this full, the Double Take Bake full coverage powder, looks really nice, because I feel like you can see the hydration popping through. So that's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a contour. And this is not new, but I thought we'd reach into the Danessa Myricks Neutrals, her Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette. I really like this a lot. I'm thinking of getting her new one. She put out a new one like this, but it's all like rosy, like pink tones and stuff. So I like to use my Patrick Ta contour brush, and I typically will use this shade right here because it's on the neutral side. And then I'll just, you know, take it, and then take his brush, and then just kind of start to go in and do like that contour. So this palette, if you're not familiar with it, it has like a pomade, and then it has a powder, next to it. And you can use this anywhere on your face. You can do your eyebrows with it. You can contour. You can do your lips. You can do eyeshadow looks. You can do blush. So you're supposed to be able to do everything with this palette. Okay. So I was going to use this Cali Ray, but we'll have to use this another time because it's not going to go. We already lined the eyes and we already figured out what we're doing with that. So for the lashes, I finally was able to find the e.l.f. Lash Extender. This is supposed to be their tubing mascara, and it's supposed to be like a dupe for the, I'll have to think of the name of it. It's the Thrive, the Thrive one. I think they donate money, or there's some kind of something behind that brand, and I want to say that they donate money to different causes, but because I think it's Thrive Cosmetics is the name of it, and people love that tubing mascara, and I heard that this is really good. I think Jen Phelps tried it in one of her videos and said it was really good. I gotta take another sip of my tea. So I finally found this in Target and picked it up. And it's called the Lash Extender Dramatic Length. And then the other thing, so this is what it looks like. It's even got like the same color as the cosmetics. And then another thing that people said worked really good is the tinted primer from Sky High from Maybelline. So I didn't get this the same day. I think I picked this up in Ulta one day. And so that's what that's looking like. I'm not a big fan of the mascara, but I heard this is great. This primer is really good for your lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try, the primer. And it says it's tinted, so it's not white. It's not a dramatic look. See? It's not dramatic, but okay. It's not bad. I mean, I'm not like, oh, wow, you know, this is great, you know. I mean, it's fine. It works. Maybe what I need to do next time I try it is not use this primer underneath because it is a tubing mascara. So maybe that's affecting the performance of it. I didn't really think of that, but so for concealer, I bought another Hourglass concealer, but I just buy the small, like the mini, because the last time I bought a mini to try it, it lasted me for a while. And so I just buy the mini. Hourglass is actually having a 20% off sale right now. And the shade that I use is Sepia. And this mini lasted me a while, so if you know, I mean, Hourglass is kind of pricey, so if you're a little scared away by the price of like the regular size, I also, because I test makeup, I have a lot of concealers and I have full sizes. And so I was like, you know, even though I really like this concealer, I didn't see the point in getting, like, buying a full size, because even though I think it's a great concealer, I thought I'll just buy another mini because I have other concealers in full sizes, because I really think that, honestly, I think more brands should come out with minis. when Makeup Forever came out with a mini of their newest foundation, I was glad they did that because I bought their regular size last year when they redid their HD, or they came out with the HD. And I didn't really wear it that one that much because I wasn't in love with it. And then I know it's not always the greatest value, but if you're somebody that reviews products, or you just tend to have a big collection of makeup, are you really going to use full-size products? You know, you might not, and then they wind up going bad, or you have to throw them out or whatever. So I would like to see brands do more, give you the option of buying something smaller instead of buying just one size. Okay, so that is the Hourglass. I think it's a great concealer. Now that I have it back on again, I forgot how much I really love it. And then another product that I picked up during the Ulta sale, I did a deep dive into Too Faced products. I reviewed a bunch of their products. It's down in my foundation playlist. I also tried on one of their new blush formulas, and it's the Cloud Crush, and Ulta had those half off during the sale, and I said in that video that I planned on picking another one up because I really like the formula, and I was able to snag the shade that I wanted. And so the shade that I got is called Candy Clouds, and I just love the component of the Too Faced. It's so pretty. And it's got a nice weight to it. So it's got that luxe feel. And then let me show you the shade. Super pretty, very nice. I'm just gonna go in with my favorite blush brush, which is the Alamar. And I cleaned it off before we got started. Here's the shade. So these have a lot of pigmentation, so I'm going in a little lightly here. But very pretty. I mean, this cool toned, like, Barbie pink is really in right now. So that's the Cloud Crush. Really nice. I was glad I was able to snag that. And I do want to put a little bit of bronzer on, which I normally do before I do blush, but I have a few products that I can try, but you know what, before I do that, I've had this Tarte that I got during one of those Ulta 21 Days of Beauty or whatever. You're supposed to line the inside of your eye with this, and I had one of these a long time ago. It's an eye brightener. I think I used it and didn't repurchase it, and then I had the opportunity to repurchase it. And I was like, ooh, I haven't, used one of those in a long time, but you have to kind of like pull your eye down to get in there. Otherwise it can come down like here and it doesn't look right. Okay. All right, I think that looks good. I like that. Okay, so for lips, we have a couple options. Oh, you know what? This was another product that I wanted to try, the NYX. So here's how that's looking. This is the Deserve Betta. Light, medium, neutral. These come in several different shades. I opened it already because I wanted to see what it looked like. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I think it's, let's do it over here. Do it up on my forehead a little bit, like up on top, so you can really see it. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that really made me look bronzy. Okay. That's the new NYX. That's really nice. This is very nice. I like this. Okay. Now for lips. We're going to do lips. Okay. I have a few products that I can do, but I have been super, super curious about the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter. I got the shade Sugar Baby. I basically want every one of these. I just love all of them. But let's see. I think this shade that I got, I picked up an Anastasia lip liner during the Ulta sale. And I have another one of her lip liners, and I love it. I love these lip liners. And this shade that I got is called Parchment. And it actually is supposed to go with, it's supposed to go with the lipstick that I already have of hers. But this is very neutral, so I don't think this is gonna quite go. I think I need something. I think I need something a little bit more on the pinky side. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is going to be better. So this is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Let's try this. Let's see. And then I don't know what cuffing is, but Huda has been doing that on her channel. I noticed, like on her Instagram. She basically shades like kind of like the inner corners. Like there. And here. So she fills in like those parts. I have to sharpen this. I'm using it so much, I'm making it dull. That's a good opportunity for me to show you this cool thing that I got. So do you guys know the Lipstick Lesbians? The one gal, so they're a couple, and they go around, and the one gal, and I don't know her name, but she talks about all different products and how products are made and what they do and the function of them. And then her wife actually videotapes and asks the questions. And so I think she's a makeup artist, and she was showing this sharpener. And she said she keeps it in her makeup suitcase, like for her makeup artistry. And she said that you can sharpen any size with this. And of course I was like, oh, add to cart. And all the stuff doesn't get all over the place in your bag, she said, because it has like, it closes up. So let's try using this, because I was like, I need that. Yeah. She's right. See, it stays in there. And then you can close this up so it doesn't get all over the place in your bag, which is great. So I'm just gonna, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm just filling that in a little bit more. To me, Hood is like known for like lips. Like that's like one of her fortes, you know? Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and open up this filler, and I'm probably going to pick up like at least 1 or 2 more of these during the upcoming sale because I just want other shades. I want more shades, not other shades, more shades. Okay, so that's what this one's looking like. I'm trying to be different and not buy the same shades over and over. I always buy like nudes and browns, and I said, let me go for a pink. Okay. So these are not gonna, they're not gonna plump your lips, but they're going to give you the illusion that you have fuller lips. That's what she said anyway. What do you think? What do you think of Pillow Talk with this one? I think it's pretty good. I think it goes. I think if the whole look comes together with this shade. So, yeah. What else could we do? Is there anything else? Hold on. Let's see. I have this. This is also Huda. I love this little palette. It's so pretty. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take this little brush. This is a Morphe. I'm just going to put a little bit of this in the corners of my eyes. And I think one last thing we're going to do here is we will do a highlighter. And which one do we want to do? Let's do, since we're doing a lot of pink stuff for highlighter, let's do the House Labs. It's this pink. You know what? This might be a little too pink. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be too pink. Let me pick something else. Let's try this Nabla. I haven't used this one in a while. The Skin Glazing in Ozone. Look how pretty that is. Let's give this a swatch. Look at that. So pretty. And I'm going to use a Refer fan brush. What do you think? That's the Nabla. Still works great. Had that for a while and it's still going strong. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. This came like either in my Sephora box or it came in like a Sephora Favorites because I haven't had it that long. But I wanted to try it with you guys because here's it's just a little like travel size, but oh, it's got like a nice cooling. I mean, it doesn't feel cooling like menthol-y cooling. It just feels like it just cooled my face off. It just feels nice. Yeah, I mean, I think this feels really good. I haven't had this, let's see, 24-hour. Oh, it's a hydrating setting mist. Okay, so that's good. I definitely need that living in the desert. I mean, especially with the hot summer coming up. I mean, I don't even want to think about that. But yeah, so that's all the newer products that I've gotten. I know this was like really like a whole bunch of different stuff that I was just trying, and you know, some of it was new and some of it not so much, but still, you know, it was fun to just try all this stuff on with you guys, and with some makeup, and check all these out. Another thing that I wanted to mention, I got this in my Sephora favorites, one of those sets, and this is the Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo, and I actually used this today, and I really like this. I've tried a lot of dry shampoos, and I gotta say, I really like this. I like the Amika brand, so I just wanted to shout this out because I just tried it today and I really like it. So that's everything that, you know, that we've tried today. And I have to say that I was very happy with everything. The only thing that, you know, of course, I tried the Laura Geller foundations before, but pretty much everything else here, oh, and the Hourglass concealer, but everything else was pretty much new for me. And I must say that I really like this NYX bronzer. I'm looking in the mirror here, and in the camera, I look a little more washed out than I look more colorful in real life. But I really like it, and I like the way the hydrating Quench and Tint pairs with this, the two Laura Geller products together. I think they're really nice. So if you have dry skin, if you like a fuller coverage, if you have more mature skin, I definitely recommend those two together. So, but if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I would love it if you would give me a follow and join our little makeup family here. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what product did you like the most, and or which products do you think you might pick up if you haven't tried them yet. And follow me over on Instagram. Let's be friends over there as well. But that's the end of the video, my friends, and I just want to thank you for your time today. As always, I really appreciate your time and clicking on my video and watching it and supporting my channel, and I'll see you soon.